The most extraordinary beings of the universe were born before the beginning of time itself. They existed in an era when gods were not yet gods and men were only a glimmer in the divine mind. They are the ones whose knowledge and wisdom surpass even that of the great oracle of Delphi. Not even Zeus, the supreme leader of the Olympian gods, dares to defy them or question their decisions. They are the three sisters of fate, also known as the Moirae, Clotho, Lachesis and Atropos, who had the duty of weaving the tapestry of fate for all living beings, mortals and immortals alike. Welcome to the channel, where we bring you the most amazing stories from around the world. Before we begin, subscribe so that you don't miss any of our future uploads. And be sure to share this video with your friends and family so they too can enjoy it. Also, remember to give us a thumbs up if you like what you hear. But now let's delve into the first tale of the three sisters of fate. Let's start with Clotho, the youngest one, who is gifted with the ability to spin the thread of life. She is the very origin, the creation of life itself, and her thread is spun upon the birth of a person. Her spinning wheel is where life begins and where every soul's journey commences. For all who are born, whether they be of noble birth or humble beginnings, their lives are determined by the delicate movements of Clotho's spindle. With each turn, she creates the threads that will guide their existence, dictating the nature of their lives and the paths they will tread. Clotho, the weaver of life, works tirelessly in the depths of darkness, hidden from the eyes of both gods and mortals. Yet her presence is felt in every breath, every heartbeat, and every passing moment. For it is she who gives life its rhythm and melody, setting the stage for the countless dramas that unfold across the earth. But Clotho is not alone in her task. By her side are her two older sisters, Lachesis and Atropos, who together form the Moirae, the three goddesses of fate. Lachesis, the second sister, is the one that allocates the fate of people during life. Her name comes from the Greek word lagik, which means to obtain from lots. In that sense, one can understand that their destiny is chosen out of a myriad of possibilities. She is the measurer of life, holding in her hands a silver rod that she uses to determine the length of the thread that Clotho has just spun. With a single touch, she can shape a person's destiny, deciding whether their life will be long or short, prosperous or filled with hardship. But Lachesis does not merely deal out fate. She's also its dispenser, providing mortals with the opportunities and challenges that will test their strength, wisdom, and courage. Through her actions, she ensures that each person's life is a unique tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow, triumph and defeat, love and loss. And then there is the last sister of fate, Atropos, the unturning. Atropos is the cutter of the thread of life, and with her shears, she determines how someone will die. Some say that her name comes from the Greek word atropos, which means inflexible, while others claim that it derives from atropive, meaning to turn away. Both meanings seem to fit perfectly with her role in the grand scheme of fate. Unlike her sisters, Atropos does not dwell in the realm of possibilities. She is the final arbiter of destiny, whose decisions are absolute and cannot be reversed. When the time of a person's death approaches, she steps forward and with a single snip of her shears, she severs the thread of life, bringing their mortal journey to an end. Together, the three sisters of fate are a powerful force, working in harmony to shape the destinies of all living things. Their actions are guided by an ancient and unknowable wisdom, and even the gods themselves must bow before their power. To defy or question the Moirae is to court disaster, for their knowledge and foresight are beyond moral comprehension. Even Zeus, the supreme ruler of Olympus, is not immune to their influence. In fact, it was the fates that predicted his own downfall when he would be overthrown by his son, the Titan Cronus, just as Cronus had been overthrown by his father Uranus. No one can escape the web of fate that the sisters have woven. Theirs is a cosmic dance as old as time itself, a never-ending cycle of birth, death, and rebirth that binds all living things together. Now, you might wonder, why do the sisters work in secrecy? Why do they hide their faces behind a veil? Well, the truth is that their knowledge is so vast and their power so overwhelming that mortals cannot bear to witness it directly. If anyone were to gaze upon the face of the Fates, they would be driven mad by the visions of past, present, and future that would assault their minds. Therefore, the sisters take great pains to conceal their identities, shrouding themselves in mystery and secrecy. But despite their best efforts to remain hidden, the Fates have been glimpsed by mortals on rare occasions, usually in moments of great peril or transformation. One such mortal was Oedipus, the legendary king of Thebes, who stumbled upon the Oracle of Delphi after killing his father and marrying his mother without realizing it. When the oracle revealed his horrific deeds, Oedipus was overcome with despair, and he asked the Fates to grant him wisdom to endure his suffering. In response, Atropos approached him and said, "Fear not, O king, for your suffering has a purpose. You have been chosen to liberate the city of Thebes from the plague that afflicts it." So it was that through his tragic fate, Oedipus became the hero of Thebes, proving that even in the darkest moments of life, there can be a glimmer of hope. Another mortal who encountered the Fates was the hero Heracles, who sought their aid in his battle against the Hydra. As the monster loomed over him, breathing fire and spreading terror, Heracles called out to the Fates and begged for their assistance. And in response, Lachesis appeared before him and said, "Great Heracles, your strength is unmatched, but your enemy is cunning and relentless. Therefore, I shall grant you a boon that will help you prevail." Thus, Lachesis bestowed upon Heracles the gift of strategy, enabling him to outsmart the Hydra and emerge victorious. These are but two examples of mortals who have sought the aid of the Fates in times of need. In reality, their influence is felt in every aspect of human existence, shaping the course of our lives in ways we may never fully comprehend. We may not be able to see their faces or know their thoughts, but their presence is a constant reminder of the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. So remember, dear listener, that the Fates are a force to be reckoned with. They are the weavers of our destiny, and their tapestry is woven with threads of joy and sorrow, triumph and defeat, love and loss. Just as they have shaped the fates of gods and heroes in days of old, so too do they shape ours. We may not be able to alter the threads of our fate, but we can learn to appreciate the intricate beauty of the tapestry that the Fates have created for us. For in the end, it is our fate that makes us who we are. Now, my curious friend, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever wondered if your fate is something predetermined by forces beyond your control, or if you have free will to make your own choices? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. We would love to hear your perspective on this fascinating topic. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue sharing these incredible stories. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of myths and legends. Until next time, may your path be filled with adventure, wonder, and a little bit of magic.